Yeah, hi everybody. This is Mayank, and today we have with us Shweta Shah. Shweta, how are you doing today?
I'm good, Mayank. How are you?
I'm doing good, thank you. First of all, Shweta, before we start talking about your writing and everything, I want to know a little more about Shweta outside of writing. What or who is Shweta outside of that? Can you tell us something about yourself?
Okay, Mayank, I would start that I belong to Jaipur.
Mhm.
I come from a joint family. I have always wanted to be on my own since the very beginning because that's kind of family structure I belong to. Everybody was working in the family. So sharing, patient listening, these come into my characters. And now I'm a mom to 2 years old who's adding a lot of meaningful beauty in my life.
Wow, that's interesting. Yeah,
Yeah.
the child must be keeping you a lot busy.
Not at all easy, but yes, we both are learning to live with each other.
That was a good one. Okay, we'll soon talk about how do you balance your family life and everything. But first, we'll go into how did you actually begin. And what I'm really interested in is how did you get your first paid client, or how did you get your first client?
Okay. See, in the beginning of my career, I was working as an insurance consultant. It was again a Jaipur-based company. Then I got married, and after marriage, luckily, I'm also qualified as an insurance associate from the Insurance Institute of India.
Oh,
So my first client approached me. It's a Bangalore-based company. They approached me through LinkedIn. I was lucky enough, and because of my qualification, I could get that.
oh, that's wonderful. So basically, before you had to begin an outreach, people had started already reaching out to you. That's great.
Right, right, right.
Great. Okay, so now what are the domains that you have been writing for?
See, as I mentioned that I'm insurance professional and I've worked in that domain. So largely I write for insurance.
Mhm.
Then other recent interests have been motherhood, parenting, lifestyle. And other than that, I also take up projects on travel. Then I have written for few doctors also. I have also written for textile, gems and jewelry. So quite a diversified uh, experiment.
Oh, that's pretty impressive, right? From jewelry to healthcare to travel. That's pretty amazing.
Right.
Great. So tell me, in that case, since you've been writing about diverse topics, I want to understand this. When a client approaches you with a subject that you
Yeah.
don't really know much about, how do you actually begin and how do you actually go around with the research process?
Okay. See, for example, healthcare was new to me. I had no idea about it. I write mostly about diseases in it. So when the client approaches for me, I first I first do a basic research on the Google that what are the things that I easily get from it. Then again, I go back to the client and I ask what are their requirements, what is the tone of the content, what actually do they want to display through the content, what are the
Correct.
readers looking for, and
Correct.
then I go for an extensive research. I read interviews, I read reviews, and I if I happen to get any hands on any person who can advise me personally on that, I do that also.
Great. Is there something specific that you want to share with us in for a domain or a subject that you were not really much aware about, but you could do a great job out of it?
Insurance again.
Great, great. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Wow, that's good.
Yes.
Okay, I understand you have a blog.
Yes, I have.
Can you tell us
That is
something about?
dedicated.
Sorry. Yeah,
Sure, sure, sure.
yeah. So,
See, I started my blogging journey in the year 2015.
okay.
That was again when I was handling some smaller, big projects of content writing, which infused in me the energy to have it.
Mhm.
That time, I did not actually know what was the real worth of having a blog, how I can monetize it, how I can express my ideas on it. I will be very honest about that.
Mhm.
That time I was associated with a skin cosmetic brand also, so I was engaged in establishing that also. But lately, when I became a mother myself, I had so much in my mind, and I see the journey and the plight of mothers, which forced me, or I can say, which it excited me to start writing about it. So that was when in year 2018 I picked it up again, and now I'm quite regular with it, writing about motherhood and parenting now.
Okay, and what's the blog title? What's the name?
The name is The Talk Point.
Okay,
Yeah,
the Talk Point. Okay,
right.
that's on WordPress.
That's on WordPress.
Wonderful. Okay, since you have been writing about a variety of industries and businesses, I want to learn about maybe a couple of things, some great compliments you have received from client, and how do you feel about that?
The compliments, I would say the client has always complimented for a very simplified, readable language I write. See,
Okay.
the demand is always different. I've written for magazines also. But in
Okay.
general, on and off, what I have received as a compliment is my on-time deliverables, which I always match,
Okay.
and the basic simple English, which I'm able to represent the content, which is easily comprehensible by the reader. So that's what client has complimented me for.
Oh, great, because writing simple things is actually a very difficult task because it requires a lot of deeper understanding. That's amazing.
And, and see, Mayank, recently, 1 month back, my client also complimented me that the freelance writers are sometimes the most unreliable ones,
Okay.
because they would take the money and then they would not submit a quality content or that ways. But my
Correct.
client, who's a multinational company, they complimented with the thing that I'm a very reliable freelancer working with them.
Shweta, I must tell you that's a very big compliment because being acknowledged as a reliable writer is something all writers should be striving to achieve. That's a
Right,
wonderful piece of compliment you received. That's great.
right. Thank you.
Great. Okay. Uh, are you into reading?
Not much these days. I can't manage too much of time with the child, home, and content writing. But yes, I like. I don't. I'm not into fiction and all. I
Okay.
have read some novels about Amish, though.
Okay.
I liked his Nagas. I liked his Melua,
Mm-hmm.
and I have recently picked up Ikigai, which is on the life side. I mean the life skills, and then I last year, or I would say when I was pregnant, then I had read Sadhguru a lot.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you are more into reading purposeful stuff these days. That's what I
Right.
understand.
Right. Right.
Great, great, great. In that case, can you tell me what are some of the challenges that you're facing both as a freelance writer and as a professional in terms of somebody who's trying to grow?
Challenges, I would say, Mayank, in writing, I would say that there are myriad of softwares which are available these days.
Mm-hmm.
I keep consulting with other better content writers, I would say, who are more experienced with me,
Mm-hmm.
from me.
Okay.
Uh, what I find is difficult to spot those softwares and tools which are reliable and which I can easily use to better my content writing.
Okay.
And the second thing, which is not which does not exist every time, but yes, time management is a bigger thing which gets really challenging for me sometimes, because the child
Okay.
is small. I need
Okay.
to divide times that way. But yes, so far I've been able to do that.
Yeah, and despite all these challenges, you have been receiving compliments about being a very timely and reliable writer.
Yeah, and sometimes what I don't like is when the clients approach that you submit a sample. So there is no trust factor with the freelancers. I see that missing, because every client would ask for a sample, then they will not pay for it, or they want to see something, and then they want to move ahead. So that trust factor in this industry seems to be very low, so, which is a
Oh, that's
challenge
true.
again.
That's true. I think that's freelance writing in terms of being an industry. It's a largely unorganized industry, and you don't really have
Right.
any factors or ratings or something that people can trust you with. You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Okay. So then, how does your writing schedule look like? Do you write at any time of the day, in the early mornings, late night, or how do you go around it?
And I go by the tick of the clock. 9 o'clock I have to do this, 10 o'clock I have to do this. And actually I'm a very organized person, because I said that everybody in my family was working. So I belong to that kind of a background.
Okay.
And I'm an early riser. So yes, I prefer to write in the morning hours.
Okay.
Then I work in the afternoon time. And yes, if the need be, and if the work calls for, then I work in the late night also.
Okay. Okay. So I think that means you are being organized improves your efficiency a great deal.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you use some tools or simple organizing diaries or something that keep you more in shape?
Yes, see, I always make, when I start my day, still have a habit of noting everything down in my diary, that these are the pending tasks. I have to reply to them and I have to follow up with them.
Okay.
If you're talking about writing tools, then yes, yeah, there are many which I use.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. And how about a favorite writing space? Is there a special corner in your home or whatever place you write? Do you prefer writing there against everything else?
Yes, in my room only I have a small table chair corner. I do that. I generally write there only.
Okay. Okay. And then when you begin writing, do you straight away start writing on the computer or laptop itself, or whether you start first taking down notes on a piece of paper and then you transfer those notes on your laptop or somewhere?
I do that, and I use preferably I use a paper and a pen, because I find the scribbling very easy.
Mm-hmm.
When you start writing something, the thoughts would flow from everywhere around your mind. So I like writing on a paper more than writing on a computer, and
Okay.
that's helped me go in a full swing.
Okay. Okay. So then it makes you more organized, and then when you go back to the computer, you are more or less prepared as to what you're going to
Right,
write. Is that?
right.
Oh, great, great. Okay, so now I wanted to come to that question that I mentioned earlier. How do you balance your time, because you're a mother and as you said, you belong to a family where practically everybody is working. So how do you balance your time between your passion of writing, your family, your kid?
That's what I said, Mayank. I mentioned that I am an early riser. I start my day at 6:30 in the morning,
Okay.
and I go till 11 o'clock in the night. So I go by the tick of the clock. Everything is decided. This time is for breakfast, for lunch, and for working, and for,
Okay.
everything is fixed.
And how about making exceptions? What happens if you have to make exceptions?
And I would slog in the night. Conveniently, but that is only for writing.
Okay, okay. By and large, you would want to stick to the schedule. That's great. I guess that's a very important skill writers have to learn, because I have known a lot of writers who are wonderful at writing, but they are not organized. They lack the self-discipline. So I'm sure there's a lot of things we can learn from you about that. Wonderful. Okay, is there anything specific, something really valuable, something very insightful you learned during an assignment that's really has remained on the top of your mind for a long time?
Yes, over the period of time, because I would say even I'm a learner, what I have realized that rereading is very important, which you call proofreading is very
Mm-hmm.
important, very, very important.
Correct.
See, when you read a topic, you have multiple thoughts in your mind, you'll start writing, but is that meaningful? And whatever you write, it should coordinate with what is the client's expectations.
Correct.
And what would the reader want? What would the reader like to read? They don't want to read stories about us. They want to read anything which is beneficial for them. So that is the main tip which I've learned, that there should be a promise in the article and there should be a solution in the article, whatever you're writing.
Okay. Okay. So
Yeah.
then the standard combination of a problem as well as the problem resolution. Okay.
Right.
Oh, great. Yeah. Are there any online courses or something that you have taken up?
Yes, initially, like 1 year back, I took Udemy's English Writer Beginners course from
Mm-hmm.
Pro to, and then I took copywriting course from Pro to Selling.
Okay.
Then I have taken Shani Raja's course also on Udemy, which is again on Udemy. Then recently I started a course, SEO That Works by Brian Dean.
Okay.
It's
Brian Dean
available
is a
on.
major name, so I'm sure you'll find it
Right.
very useful. Correct.
Right. So I'm doing that.
And Shani Raja has got some wonderful insights about writing things in a simpler manner. Those are wonderful
Right.
choices. Okay, tell me, Shweta, how do your friends or relatives or people in your circle react or respond when they realize that you are into professional writing?
I would talk about my family. My parents were super duper happy when I
Okay.
started with this,
Okay.
because see, Indian society, females balancing work after marriage is a challenge, and
Correct.
we cannot refuse that.
Oh, sure, you
So
can say that
writing was
again.
writing was something which I started after marriage. I
Mm-hmm.
was lucky enough to get small or big, whatever kind of project, but I was lucky enough to get something to write. And again, see, Mayank, I would tell that my family is a working family, and they
Mm-hmm.
all are passionate towards the job.
Okay.
So they don't carry a baggage for their work. So they were happy. They still motivate me. My
Okay.
journey is, I would say, I'm in the middle of my journey. There's a long way to go, but yes, I want to reach there, and they're very happy, always supporting me for it.
Wow, wow. You're pretty lucky because you have a very wonderful and very supportive family. That's great. Great. Shweta, a little on the lighter side now, since we are coming towards the end of our interview and interaction. How would you describe yourself in 5 words?
I'm a very patient person, Mayank.
Okay.
Then I'm very dedicated. I'm very honest.
Okay.
And simple, you can say I'm anti-fragile also. I'm passionate
Okay.
towards my work.
Okay. 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 Anti-fragile is an interesting phrase. It's where did you get that from?
My brother described me like that. That you're going unending, you have that spirit in you that you're still managing things and you're going on. So yes.
Okay. Okay. You still can use a couple of more words to describe yourself because that sounds interesting.
I'm a learner, I would say. I'm a hard-working learner. I don't know
Okay.
whether hardworking has a place in the society or the corporate world these days or not. I don't know. People say hardworking has no place. The smart workers do have, but I still have that quality in me, so I would go by that.
Okay. Okay. Although I'm sure everything that you learn and everything that you work hard for, sooner or later you find a lot of value in that.
I'm sure.
Sure enough. Sure enough. Great. How do you see good writing, or what do you think good writing really consists of?
Whatever I have read and how I feel satisfied is good writing to me is when you let your heart match the tune of the readers. It's a construction of feelings into words where you can successfully deliver the idea. Simple.
Okay, so you mean to say there has to be a good emotional connect with the reader. Is that correct?
Right, right.
Oh, great, great. And is there any specific incidents from your childhood that you would want to share with us that would help us understand more about Shweta? Something fun?
Oh, fun you're saying.
Oh, anything that you choose to share with us?
Okay. Uh, I was in my engineering college first year and I used to fly with my college bus on and off. I'm actually narrating this incident because it has a story, it has a route from where I got into the writing actually.
Okay.
My college bus had met with an accident and I was injured in that. So I had some injuries in my back due to which I could not sit for long hours and whatever.
Okay.
Things are better. It was long way back.
Okay.
But that point when I had to struggle in my life, it changed the whole momentum in my life. That was a time when we were up for jobs. I could have got placed somewhere in Bangalore or, super cities, Hyderabad or somewhere like that. So that was a time it changed my life, that small instance. Now somebody would judge me that I may not have a strong willpower to fight all that, but my physical condition that time did not allow me. I'm very much better and I'm very happy I chose content writing as my career. I can do and I can manage multiple things at a time now.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I would say you have chosen a unique trajectory for yourself. There's nothing unusual about it. That's great.
But that was a life-changing moment, when everybody would evaluate the success meter. It generally runs in Indian society through where your players, how much you're earning. It goes like that in Indian society. Correct. So that changed my life because I always had a feeling prior to when I was in content writing, I always had this feeling, oh, I'm not doing great in my life. Okay. I was based out in Jaipur only, working in Jaipur only. So that thing always, itched my heart and mind. But now when I'm in writing, I feel totally content and satisfied. At least I'm doing something what I like.
Oh, I mean, I would put it like this. That was a blessing in disguise. Although you had to bear a lot of pain, but that came as a blessing in disguise.
Yes, even I believe that now.
Great, great. And fine, in the last stage, there are a few fun rapid fire questions. I'll be giving you a couple of choices. I want you to select one of them. Are we ready for that?
Yes.
Oh, great. Okay, so first question, would you prefer exercising at home or do you prefer going to a gym?
Gym. That's more organized.
Okay. Do you prefer eating sweets or an ice cream?
Ice cream.
Okay. Television versus movies?
Movies.
Okay. Pani Puri versus Dahi Vada?
Pani Puri.
Okay. Romantic movies or action movies?
Action movies.
Okay. And songs or podcasts?
I would say both these days. I have some interesting podcast of motherhood also, listening these days, and songs. Yes, Sonu Nigam is all-time favorite. Jagjit Singh is all-time favorite. Yes, songs.
Okay, okay. So that's one place you're not really able to decide because you're trying to get the best
Yeah,
out of both. Wonderful. I
yeah,
think
yeah.
that's about it. Is there anything else you would want to really tell us about and end this interview with?
No, everyone should be happy, and yeah, that's it. That's it, Mayank.
So is that a favorite quote of yours or something?
My favorite quote would go like this: "Let live, and let live."
Okay, okay. One would have an L-E-A-V-E and one would have B-L-I-V-E. Is that correct?
Yeah,
Oh, that's great. That's actually a very deep quote. That's wonderful.
yeah.
Shweta, it's been amazing talking to you. It's been such a learning experience for me and I'm sure for everybody who's going to be listening to this. Thank you so much for your time.
Same here. Same here, man. Same here. Thank you.
Thank you, Shweta. Thank you.